Well, we've got some breaking news just into the newsroom we've got to get to. Marion County is one step closer to a potential soccer stadium being built in downtown Indianapolis.
Just moments ago, we got a statement from the Capital Improvement Board of Marion County. I want to put it up on the screen here. It says CIB is negotiating a design services contract for Populous for the development of a soccer-first outdoor natural playing surface stadium in downtown Indianapolis. The initial consultations have just recently begun. So here's what we know about Populous. It's a Kansas City-based architecture firm. On its website, it lists a number of projects across the world. Most of them are stadiums or large venues. Of course, we're going to learn more about this proposed project and what it means for downtown Indy.
Yes, so make sure you stay with us for 13 News for our updates on air as well as our mobile app. Now, with a day like today, we have to bring in this star, this gentleman.
He's a winner.
Man of passion, a man of culture, a man.
Hey, we're talking about you, Sean Ash.
We're talking about Sean Ash.
Scott Swan's not in this room right now, guys. Hang tight here. I don't think I've been called those things all at once, ever. But we'll take it. Yeah, sunshine. We're in the 70s right now. It is just another great day. Warmer than yesterday when we were in the lower 70s. We tacked on a few degrees here. The muggy meter is still very comfortable. We talked about this front coming down Lake Michigan. The official high in Chicago today was 75 in the 50s right now, and some of that cool air will impact areas downwind of the lake. This front doesn't do much today. We'll have a little more moisture in the atmosphere tomorrow, and that's when we'll squeeze out a couple of showers and rumbles of thunder. Today, though, get out there and enjoy it. Mid-70s now, and we'll time out even warmer temperatures coming up in your 7-day forecast.
All right, nothing but good words for you, Sean. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Yes.
And new this afternoon, the Hendricks County prosecutor is asking a judge to seal records ahead of an upcoming trial.
He claims it's in the best interest of the public. Samantha Johnson looked into this today. She joins us now. And Sam, this case involves that shooting outside the courthouse on Monday, right?
That's right. And this is really a heartbreaking story for everyone involved in this case. Indiana State Police say Mark Vaughter was shot and killed by deputies. That was the shooting on Monday for firing a gun towards deputies and inmates who were going into that courthouse. Vaughter is the great-grandfather of 2 young children who died when a police chase ended in a fiery crash back in February. The man charged in that case, Sidoni Pettis, was supposed to be at the Hendricks County Courthouse on Monday. His hearing was rescheduled, but now the prosecutor is worried about more retaliation, especially in a busy public downtown square like Danville. So now that prosecutor is asking the court to, quote, prohibit public access to court records, to arrange for more remote hearings, and to reset current court dates. Today, I talked to a former deputy prosecutor who is now a defense attorney. He says he understands how this could be seen as a public safety threat, especially involving Pettis.
Not only for his own safety, but obviously this put the other inmates, because they transport them in groups. They're usually chained together. And so, you know, even a bullet that hit the intended target could pass through and hit another inmate. But also the deputies themselves that are transporting them, puts everybody in danger.
So typically, of course, the public has access to these court records. You can look them up online. It's a very easy process. But in this case, the prosecutor says if the public does have that information, in his words, he believes it could create a significant risk of substantial harm to everyone involved in this case. So as of right now, there's a virtual hearing scheduled for next Thursday, May 15th, to talk about this new filing.
We wondered what might happen in the wake of that shooting on Monday.
Yeah.
Just shook everybody, certainly. And in the middle of the day, downtown at the courthouse.
Right, and more to come.
All right, Sam, thank you so much.
New today, the American Civil Liberties Union is suing Governor Mike Braun over recent budget changes that affect Indiana University. It all centers on wording in the budget that lets Governor Braun pick all 9 of IU's Board of Trustees. Now, in the past, alumni voted to elect 3 members, and then the governor chose the rest. The ACLU of Indiana says this change violates the state constitution because it qualifies as special legislation. Our Emily Longnecker is on this story today. She'll take a deeper dive into the debate tonight starting at 5. Well, today is the day the new Real ID requirements are now in effect at every airport across the country.
And after years and many delays, you now have to have a Real ID to get through normal security and board your flight. Well, some people still waited until the last minute. So here's a look at one line. It's a licensed branch in Chicago, and it is wrapped around the building as people wait to get their updated Real ID.
And then this is what you get from the TSA if you don't have it, that Real ID, when you get to the airport. You scan the QR code, it lets you know what you need to do. You can use your passport as an alternative, and the TSA also says without a Real ID, you can still fly, but you've got to go through a separate line and more scrutiny. They didn't exactly say what that scrutiny is, but certainly a different line and more scrutiny.
Yeah, sounds
if you
like
don't
more.
have it.
Sounds like more time, maybe.
Right.
So we checked in locally to see how things are going here. Indianapolis airport officials report that there are no longer lines than usual, and the BMV says they are seeing more customers coming in.
But people are still apparently getting through in under 20 minutes, so no major impacts at BMV branches across the state. The Papal Conclave is underway. Coming up after the break, an update from the Vatican on the election of a new pope. Allison?
The Federal Reserve made its decision today to keep rates steady. Ahead, I'll tell you what's to do with the reasoning and the factors that played into it.
And we have a look at traffic as we head to break. Here's a look at 465 and East Washington, where we are seeing emergency vehicles on the side of the road there. We'll work to get you a little bit more info. We'll be right back.